Hello everybody out there, and welcome back here with the future once again to another showcase and review. And today we are going to take a look at 3 of the 2019 Bandai Godzilla figures that were launched around the same time that the King of the Monster figures by Jakks Pacific, which I've looked at lately, were launched. And actually, here not too long ago, Thaddeus, the action figure Jedi, allowed me to take a look at this 2009 1954 version of Godzilla from Bandai, and he was able to pick up 3 of the newer packaged Bandai Godzilla figures. What I noticed on all 3 of these figures are they are older molds from past launches from Bandai in other waves, just different paint decos and stuff, I'm guessing. I really wasn't into getting all these Bandai action figures before, so I don't have much to compare them off of or to go by, but since I've been checking them out, it looks like they have reissued figures with different molds in the past of just different paint jobs and whatnot, so I'm not real sure there, but yes, they were all copyrighted with different years from years past, even though they were launched in 2019 as part of that wave. Like I said, the movie King of the Monsters came out, which, these were like launched, coinciding with the launch of those figures. I noticed them in stores at the same time that the King of the Monster figures, which we already looked at, like I said, were launched. And being a big Godzilla fan, I had to have my friend Thaddeus hook me up with these. These are actually his son Archer's figures that he bought for him. So I have to shout out Archer, and I'm going to shout out Anakin too. And hopefully, I got Anakin's 1983 Rancor monster that I'm going to be doing a retro showcase and review here on soon. So big ups to them for letting me check these out. There's 3 different ones, all kaiju monsters from, past Godzilla films, and actually a version of Godzilla too here, but of a different form. So, I have the 1954, 2009 one that I checked out here that he let me do in the past for comparison. I want to thank everybody who subscribed lately, dropped any comments, left any feedback. I really appreciate all the support here on my channel. And now, without any further ado, let's check out these 2019 Bandai Godzilla 6.5-inch action figures. Let's check them out. Okay, so here we have, actually, with the addition of the one I've already done a showcase and review over, which is this 2009 1954 version of Godzilla here, because I thought it'd be cool to compare each of them to Godzilla itself, so I grabbed this one as well. Like I said, he picked these up for his son Archer, and I know Archer's really wanting to get these back because he's actually got some new ones that maybe he'll let me review later on down the road when he's done playing with them. But I thank him and Thaddeus for letting us check these out again. And there's that close look at the 1954 Godzilla. As you can see, it was pretty cool because they got, it's in the black and white color scheme here. Like it would be on the 1954, black and white film. So I thought that was a cool touch to it, though. Although the mouth, is the blood red on the inside and whatnot. As we focus in there. Pretty damn neat, the detailing and everything that Bandai does. And he was even stamped 2009 as well. But the weird thing is that the rest of these are from the 2019 series. First, we'll take a look at the other version of Godzilla I was talking about, and that is Mechagodzilla here. And Mechagodzilla, one of my favorites from the old Godzilla series and the Godzilla series itself. Of course, Toho owns the rights to all these kaiju monsters too. Because on the bottom of them you'll always see Toho Company, and you can see this is stamped 2009, so they must use the older, 09 Bandai mold on this one, and just kind of give it a repaint or a different kind of finish or whatnot, but somehow they made it different. You can see the arms do move on this one. You can see they just kind of rotate around like that. Other than that, there's really no articulation. The head does rotate 360 on this as well. Tail has no articulation. And the legs, I don't know if they move completely 360. Yes, they do move completely 360 at the hip. But nonetheless, I love the 6.5-inch size of these. A lot more playable for children than if they had them like the 12-inch size or bigger. I think 6.5-inch for Godzilla is just right. You could put some like Green Army men down there with them and have them fighting them off as well, and they'd be about perfect size to what a human would be to the size of an actual Godzilla or whatnot. But you can see him standing up straighter. Let's see if I can get Godzilla up a little taller here, but they're about the same size. Mechagodzilla's got him by a little bit, but he's not as hunched over as Godzilla is, and I don't know the actual heights. Comparisons of Godzilla and Mecha. But nonetheless, these are a couple of sweet figures by Bandai. I love the colors and everything on them. The detailing is very sweet. All the metallization and the detail in it. Really nice. And he looks great alongside Godzilla, his counterpart too. But the arms can be moved into certain positions, so his arms can go up like that or whatnot, or down. But neat. So we'll put him over by Zilla here. The next one I wanted to show off, and me and my friend kind of get a kick out of this one because it does remind us of something off like Where the Wild Things Are. And he even flashed up a picture of it, and I was like, perfect. He would have went perfect in Where the Wild Things Are. But yeah, it's King Caesar. And he's always, one of the more interesting characters, but not until I saw this figure did I get the comparison of Where the Wild Things Are when he started talking about it. But this is a stamp 2000 and I believe 2013, yeah, 2013 there. Made in China, Bandai, so they used a 2013 mold here for the figure, even though it was a 2019 figure. You see there, Toho Company 2013. But I do love the detailing and the paint and just the look of this guy, period. I always thought this guy was cool. I am doing the, joke about him looking like something of Where the Wild Things Are, which he really does, if you know what I'm talking about. But the old book turned into a film, which I told Thaddeus he really needs to see the Where the Wild Things Are film that they did some years back now. I thought it was a really good movie, but this is kaiju monsters we're talking about here in Godzilla. But King Caesar, he doesn't really move with the arms. He just has like this swivel articulation there, like at the elbow, on each arm that can like go out like that. So that's I guess okay. It'd be cooler if he had his arms up. The head is just solid, no articulation in that. And the legs, I think, if I'm not wrong, yeah, they do swivel at the hip 360. And the tail can be moved on the back, but I noticed that if you have the tail moved, especially like upwards or not, he is not easy to stand. So you almost have to have that tail in position like I had it to get him, to stand up. It kind of gives him something to lean on here. And I think that was made with that in mind. But you can see there, King Caesar. Very strange, yet intimidating monster, I would say. See this thing coming at you, growling, ready to take your head off. I think it'd be a little bit different. It wouldn't be so cute Where the Wild Thing looking thing are. I don't know. But a more interesting kaiju monster, and I'm glad we got this guy, in a review. So we'll sit here, and we need to compare him next to Godzilla, and I noticed that this guy is considerably, I think he might be the tallest of all of them, and I think it's because he's standing up straight. But I guess not too much taller than Mechagodzilla here. Let's see. If we put Mechagodzilla next to him, that's all it is. Yeah, I guess they're around the same height. So I was thinking that he was taller, but they're all within that 6.5-inch scale. So I guess now putting Caesar here next to him. I thought one or the other was taller, but they're pretty good scale. So you can even have King Caesar go against Mechagodzilla here too as well. good battle no matter who you place up against these guys, or maybe Godzilla and Mechagodzilla are going to team up here and go against King Caesar or vice versa. Pretty sweet. But last but not least, we have the King Ghidorah, or King Ghidorah, as it was originally pronounced, but King Ghidorah, more people pronounce it like that, and that's became like the universal pronunciation. But I think in the original Japanese versions, it's King Ghidorah. But Ghidorah, whatever you want to call him, this one's really sweet. He's in the all gold, kind of like he was depicted in King of the Monsters. Very sweet. Like I said, I have the box sets that you can go back and check out all the reviews that I did on that. The 3 heads here, very nice in detail. I'm really digging the heads of King Ghidorah here. Like I said, the scaling and the detail, all really sweet. Even though they do use an older mold as well. But it's a 2014 mold that they have on this one, as you can see there. China, Bandai, Toho Limited. It's the only one that actually doesn't say Bandai directly on the bottom that I notice now. But this one is lacking some articulation that I don't like about it. There's really, they should have put articulation in these heads. I guess this middle one, I don't know if it has any, it looks like it should have had articulation there, but they didn't add it. As you can see, there is a little slot right there. I don't know if that was meant to be articulation, or they could have put articulation there at least on each of the heads to pose around, but they didn't. They're all solid and in place there. But the wings do have some articulation on them. I think they can go 360. Yeah, you can go completely 360 with the wings. I don't know why you would want to, but noting that you can do that. But you can put the wings, more forward if you want. I think he has some standing problems, though. If you want to fly him around more, though, put the wings more forward there like that. Actually put them up like that a little bit. But that's nice if, King Ghidorah coming in for attack on him there. That looks pretty cool. So flying in. Yeah, but, take them all out. But yeah, the king himself, Ghidorah, and in the tail, it also has articulation. I don't know if I can do it here. I think it goes 360 all the way around as well. It's hindered by the foot there, so you can't go around completely. Maybe this way you can. Yeah, you can go around completely the other way. So one way you can go 360 on the tail. But other than that, he's pretty stationary. No articulation in the legs, like I said, or the head at all. Although I do love, let's see if we can get a good focus in here on this guy. It's not wanting to focus real good, but there we go. Good focus in here on the head of King Ghidorah. 3 heads, and you can see there, it looked like there was going to be articulation, but they didn't add it. But yeah, it looks like if you have some of the older Bandai figs, you already have these figures in different molds, or different colors, or whatever. I'm not really 100% sure. But it was cool that Thaddeus let me show these off. I hadn't shown off any of the Bandai Godzilla figures, other than the 2009 one that I did here. So I wanted to show these off because I hadn't picked up any in the stores, and I definitely wouldn't have had loose ones if I did, because I'm an on-card collector usually. But nonetheless, I thank Archer and Thaddeus for letting us check these out. Big Kaiju fan here, big Godzilla fan, as anyone on my channel probably knows by now. But yeah, I thank everybody for checking this out. Hopefully everybody liked what they saw. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below, give me a like if you like what you see, if you haven't subscribed already. If you have, I thank you for all the support and all the feedback here. And yeah, not much more to say on these guys other than they are really awesome, and really glad that we got to take a look at these guys. And the next showcase and review will be a Well, I'm not actually sure. I got a few, so I don't really want to say exactly what I'm going to show. But there's a few more items that I mentioned in the beginning of Thaddeus's that I need to get to as well. But yeah, getting these back to Archer now so he can go to town on some kaiju battles and get King Caesar, Mechagodzilla, and Ghidorah back in the action along with 54 Godzilla. So yeah, guys, like I said, make sure you do all that I mentioned. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. As always, keep collecting and peace out.